I wanted to ask you about this moratorium itself. Currently, 9% of the book is under moratorium, but do you see that percentage go up? If yes, by how much? What are the provisions that you've made at the bank itself? And how much do you think the NPAs could be as a result of this?
Okay. So good morning, Sonia. Same for you. I hope you all people are also safe and healthy. So 9% moratorium, because what 10% moratorium has been given to the people who are having a current bucket as on 1st March, right? So and before that, so I think that your question maybe something have a wrong data. So 10% were a customer who were actually 1 to 89 DPD as on 1st of March, where we have provided a COVID provision on it, right? Our moratorium has been given to a customer who are current on 1st of March, right? And that book by 30th April, people has really paid around 75% people has really paid us in these 2 months. And that is quite encouraging in my opinion, because people has right to not to pay you, correct? India was fully locked down, and Indian really, obeyed the government direction and discipline. So I think if people even paying you 75%, people are paying you last 2 months without any economic activity is amazing, encouraging sign for us. And it's so difficult to estimate that how much amount will get slippage or how much account will go to NPA levels, because it's not possible for anybody to guess how will evolve in next 60 to 90 days. Today is the first day when the gradual relaxation is happening up, and we are seeing a lot of activity on the ground. Last two weeks also we saw great activity around agricultural, the loading business, the CB business. So I hope that if India can come back from here strongly in next 60 days, I'm not visualizing large slippage in an NPA level. There will be a large slippage maybe in one bucket or two bucket, but more than that, I don't think that AU carries that risk.
Okay, that's very good to hear that people are paying back, even the ones who've taken up the moratorium. Can you help us with respect to the segments? Where are you seeing some encouraging trends? Is it in the new vehicles, loans to new vehicles, used vehicles, MSMEs, retail? Where do you see encouraging trends now?
So encouraging trends means in terms of the collection efficiency or in terms of growth. So in terms of disbursement, yes. There is hardly anything because of total lockdown, and people are not able to come out. So we haven't done large disbursement. It was done, whatever we have done, it was done on a smaller basis through digital. So the disbursement is not happening on a large scale. But I think the encouraging side is how people have responded in terms of their repayment mindset. If people have right intention, and if they have a right way to pay you back, then I think the lender should be more happy, right? Of course, the circumstances are not that too good for them, but still, if people are paying you around to the level of 75%, is quite good for this industry, honestly.
Okay. Sir, looking at the numbers, I am checking out the increase in provisions. Obviously, you are shoring up the buffers. Provisions are up significantly both year on year and quarter on quarter. Can you give us some sense of how you will be in terms of provisioning going forward, and also an indication of the credit cost for the first half, let's say, for the coming quarters?
Yeah, so I think let's break it up. The total asset of March in three buckets. There's a one bucket called GNPA. Actually, GNPA has decreased from 1.9 to 1.6 in this quarter, and we have actually built a buffer of around 52% thereon. We have built a 5% COVID provision as per RBI, and we also have a standard provision. So total provision on our book of 27,000 crore as on March is around 500 crores, right? So which is close to 1.8 of total asset. And you will, if you go back in the history of AU, we hardly have a loss of close to 100 crore in last 3 years, right? So we believe that we have enough provision with us to manage this risk, of this COVID, and things are evolving. So again, I would request that, it's very difficult to estimate, but of course there are damages to the whole economy, and my customer will also get affected. But I believe that because we are into more of an essential funding kind of environment rather than a lifestyle funding environment. So as soon as the economy comes back, the local businesses comes back, local services comes back, I believe my customer has the resilience to pay me, maybe with some delay, but before the account goes in NPA. So as of now, very difficult to comment that how much NCL or how much GNPA will come in next quarter.
Okay, let me try and just get more color on the moratorium itself. Right now, it's 9% of the book, and I think there are some discussions going on with the RBI of expanding the moratorium period itself, just offering a longer window. So, should we expect this to go up to 10% higher? I mean, what percentage of your total book? And also, a lot of banks are able to tell us whether people are just opting for moratorium to build a safety cover. I mean, Axis Bank told us people still have funds lying in the account, but they're choosing to still opt for moratorium out of safety. And how many of other customers which perhaps really don't have the ability to pay? What does your experience say so far?
No, absolutely, absolutely. So I think that's the way I want to also express myself, that if somebody is taking moratorium, we should not classify that customer or that asset in a substandard, because to take moratorium that is his right? And at this time, people are really anxious, they are cautious, and they really want to take this facility because they believe that they might require some working capital support, or they might require this cash in their future business. So my take would be that, if customer is very comfortable in taking moratorium and, believe that that money can help him is settling his business going forward, I want to support him actually. So our discussion with customer is also on same line. And nobody has said us honestly on a large level that their business is permanently impacted or their business has gone to toss and they won't pay us in near future also. Everybody is in very positive mode. They are in very helpful in that sense. They are talking to us. They are warm and just requesting us that, because of this COVID-19, let us take some pause and give us that moratorium period and whatever EMI, and once that settles down, they will pay us back. So, and that is why 75% people has paid us.